Welcome back to our channel Key to Band 8 IELTS. So today we are again here with another interview with our candidate Gunveet. As you know, in speaking there are 3 rounds, round 1, round 2 and round 3. So let's start with round 1 with our candidate. Hello Gunveet.
A very good morning, ma'am.
Okay, can you introduce yourself to me?
My name is Gunveet. I belong to Ludhiana city. It is presently I am living in Jalandhar. It is nearly 60 kilometers away from Jalandhar city, and it's the hub of hosiery industry. Like if I talk about my birthplace, it is a hub of hosiery industry, and I really love Ludhiana city because it has given a numerous amount of opportunities to the population to work. Like it has given employment facilities or employment opportunities for the workers who really wanted to work. Like people from different areas are actually coming to Ludhiana to have employment.
Okay. Do Indian people like to drink tea or coffee?
If I am I am asked about this, I'll definitely want to mention that tea and coffee are proved to be drugs for we Indians. Like they treat it to be as a drug. Usually it again, I must say, just like every person pursue their own interest. Some people prefer tea over coffee, and some prefer coffee over tea. So it's another example that people prefer drinking the drink of their own choice.
Okay. Do you prepare tea or coffee for guests at home?
Yes, definitely. The first thing that comes into our comes up in the mind of my mother-in-law whenever someone is coming, that whether it's a tea time, and if it's not a tea time also, still the guest asks, like they are very like friendly to my in-laws. They themselves tell my parents that please make tea for us, then that we really need tea or coffee, whatever their liking is.
Okay. When was the last time you drank tea or coffee?
If I am asked this question, I'll definitely say that in the morning when I was having my breakfast, I'm a coffee person, and I usually have my coffee in the morning itself. That really gives me energy and kind of fills me with energy that I need for the day.
Okay. So that's it for your part 1 speaking. So that was the end of our round 1 session with Gunveet. So now let's move to the round 2, that is the cue card part. So Gunveet, now I'll be giving you a cue card and I'll be giving you 1 minute to prepare for it. So cue card for your today's speaking interview is, describe a time when you helped a friend. So questions you need to cover are, when it was, how you helped him or her, why you helped him or her, and how you felt about it. Now you have 1 minute to prepare for it. Okay, so you may start now.
Firstly, before starting, I would like to thank you for giving me such a wonderful topic that gave me a flashback of the time of my college days when I helped one of my friend Anjali for her seminar report. Like it happened way back in 2008. We were studying in LPU, Lovely Professional University. We were in BBA, and we had a seminar. It was a kind of subject, like we were given 6 months to prepare a seminar report. Like throughout the semester we were busy with our things, like we were we used to prepare reports, but we weren't very serious about the report because we knew that in the end, like in the end of the semester, we need to submit it and we need to present a presentation over it. But throughout the semester she was okay. Like the teacher used to come and the lecture used to happen once in a week. So that really made us a very ease. There was ease for that subject, that we never prepared anything for it. We were like in the end of the month or in the end of that semester, we will be putting our efforts in that particular subject. I was all set for my project report like 2 months before the semester was about to end. But she certainly, like I may say, unfortunately, she had dengue. Like she had to get hospitalized. She was hospitalized for around 20 to 25 days, and during that 25 days we need to submit a project report. Like half of this project report was asked by our teacher. Like he asked us to submit half of the project report, that where we have been, like what start we have written for our report, what is the topic about, everything. And that was the time that when she was in hospital, I was just looking after her. I used to daily visit her and used to give her the notes for the rest of the subjects. I was providing her, my help was like I was providing notes of that, but of the rest of the subjects. And for the seminar report, I chose on my whole, like it was solely me who selected a project topic for her. I prepared that introduction of that seminar report. I did a little bit of research work that really gave me a kind of sense of responsibility, that yes, she is my friend throughout the semester, or still we are friends. Like it's been 10 years, we are not we have left the college, like still we are friends. So the bond was really strong, and that was a time that I felt that I need to help her, and I really helped her. Even the project report, while I was submitting her half of the report to our teacher, the teacher himself got to know that yes, Anjali, the name of my friend was Anjali, like Anjali is not present, she is not coming to the college, who has made the report? And I was like, sir, she has already prepared it, and I am submitting the report on her behalf. So that was the time that everyone around got to know that how helpful Gunveet has been to her friends. And even my friend Anjali was so overwhelmed with my gesture that I am providing notes to her, I am making her presentation, I have just selected a topic on my own. And even the teacher appreciated the topic itself. Like he said, your topic is not interesting, but the topic you have chose for her, it seems to be very interesting. So that topic had a kind of more material available on the internet. So that was the time I really felt that gave me a sense of immense happiness, that yes, I really felt glad that I am helping her, and I really felt proud of me at that very moment.
Okay, thank you, Gunveet. So this was all about round 2. Before coming to round 3, I would like to say that as you can see, candidate is very much fluent and she's not stopping anywhere, right? She's not thinking much, she's just letting her real incident. Sometimes students, they can't think of the real incidents. So sometimes if you have to make up also, try to make it as real, as natural as you can. And you have to be very much confident, has an eye contact with the speaker, and moreover, speed was very much fine. Sometimes students, they know everything and they just go in a very fast speed and the time doesn't cover. So you have to focus on that also. So now let's move to round 3. Okay, coming forward to round 3. Do people nowadays help others?
If we talk about the present scenario, people are not that much helpful now. If I say, like, if we earlier it was a time when you were on the road and your tire, if there's some mess happening or your car just broke down, you can ask for lift, and the people used to stop actually to give lifts. Now if there is an accident also, like a person is wounded and he's all in blood, people still don't stop. So there is a part of population that has been like this, like they are not helpful to other people, but there are some people also that really provides help. Like if we talk about Sonu Sood and many celebrities who has come up in the time of COVID pandemic, like they were helping the people who really felt short of, like there wasn't a time that the people needed oxygen cylinders. So celebrities came up with this thing that they gave an SOS number, like an emergency number was provided on the internet all over. Like there was a post on Twitters and Facebook that you just need to ring on that particular number and the cylinder will reach you in no time. So there has been a time that again it is the preferences of the people. Like some people prefer helping others and some people do not.
Okay. How is online help different from real life help?
If we talk about online, again, I've already cited an example for it, like Sonu Sood. He helps online. Same happens if there is any kind of natural calamities have been seen, like if we talk about China, there were a time like earthquake used to strike over there. People used to start pages for fundraisers, like fundraising pages were there. Like they used to publish those pages on the celebrities page, like because celebrities have many followers, so that was the time when they used to publish those fundraiser pages on that particular celebrity page, and they used to raise funds. This is a kind of online help. When we talk about real life help, it is something that a person can only provide to their families and relatives. Even if you are a stranger, you are in a hospital and you see a lady or a man crying because they fall short of money, or they can't undergo a treatment for their relatives because they do not have money, or the doctor has asked for an operation. Also, it can be like, it is a kind of real help. You have seen that this person needs your help, you can raise, you can give money to them, and you can also provide emotional support to them by hugging them or talking few words with them. This really boosts a kind of sense of belongingness, and we can say humanity. This shows humanity.
Okay. Should schools be responsible for teaching students how to cooperate?
I believe that it is not completely the onus of school or just schools. I believe that the responsibility belongs to both parents and school. That they both have to inculcate or imbibe the child with the word cooperation. Cooperation is something like it belongs to interpersonal skills. Like a child needs to know how to negotiate with other people, how to deliver their things, how to talk in such a manner that the other person or the other party convinces, or they become friends. Like this cooperation will lead them to build teamwork skills. Like if we talk about the skills that they really need in their coming future. So that is the time that both the parties, school and parents, both play a vital role in inculcating cooperation in their children.
Okay. What is the difference between help from friends and help from family?
If we talk about friends, it is something vice versa. If a person is giving, one of your friends are giving you help, it's definitely they'll seek your help in the coming future. But when it comes to family, we usually take them for granted. If a mother, say a mother is helping his or her child in his homework or in the project, we never rely, or we never even the feeling of help, of paying back doesn't come in the mind. But there should be that if a person is doing some effort for you, you should definitely have that thing in your mind, and you should never forget that thing.
So do you like helping others?
Yes, I believe that when you help someone, you hold a certain position in that person's life forever. This is where you can actually gain a position in someone's life, and you can hold a memory in their memory book. Like we all have those memory books. When we look back, we have those pages of memory there where we keep on writing things on our own. Like in that pages, you'll be your name will be written in the other person's memory book.
Okay, thank you, Gunveet. So that was the end of part 3 questions. So that is the end of round 3, and I hope you have a deep understanding how you have to give answers of part 1, part 2 and part 3. Part 1 should be 1 to 2 lines. Part 2 you have to cover minimum 2 minutes until unless the examiner doesn't stop you. And round 3, your ideas from 3 to 4 lines are enough. So I hope you like it, and she was very much clear. The candidate was very much clear what she has to speak. So you also have to be very much natural and follow the tips given on the page. And if you like the video, share it to your friends, subscribe our channel, and hope to see you soon. And one more good news, Key to Band 8 IELTS is providing 10-day free coaching to everyone. So you can share this news to everyone and everyone can enroll for 10 days, and if they want to continue, that's their choice, right? So you can comment us your queries in the email given below or even in the description box or in the comments. You can follow us on Instagram also and DM whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching our video. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye for today.